we go for launch.
5.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
4.
My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
This whole thing is insane.
3.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing.
Where's the kaboom?
2.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
1.
Greetings, my fellow galactic travelers, and welcome back to Planet 8. This is your mission commander Larry speaking to you from our hidden base. Chief Engineer Bob is here by my side as always in the command center, and circling Planet 8 in our orbital spy satellite is Reconnaissance Officer Karen.
And we are back, like a fart attack. I mean, heart attack. This great Planet 8 podcast experiment. We've been thinking about this for a while. The Planet 8 Jukebox. We're going to share a couple of 2 or 3 of our favorite songs that are kind of within the horror sci-fi genre and maybe a little bit outside of that you may or may not have heard of or watched videos of. We're going to do our best to include those songs in this podcast. So whether you're on Spotify or Apple or a non-video visual podcast listening, we hope you jump over to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share, so you can not only hear but see the fantastic things that we're going to share with you today. Straight away, we're going to kick it over to my chief and yours, Bob.
Well, as I was telling my cohorts, this may someday be the last episode of Planet 8 if they yank us off YouTube for doing this, but we're going to take a chance. We're going to see. So tell all your friends to listen or watch this episode quick before we get yanked. So we made it through AIP Teenage Monsters last episode without Susan Hart jumping on us. So yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and we will get through this one.
We got a lot of good hits on that episode too. So thank you, those of you that are watching.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you didn't see that, go back and look. But anyway, speaking of that, I was going to pick for my first song, I was going to pick the Cramps. I Was a Teenage Werewolf, but I figured that was so last episode. So instead, I went with I Put a Spell on You. Not the silly Hocus Pocus version, but the original from 1956 Screamin' Jay Hawkins version. Now, the cool thing about this, it's kind of a little funny backstory. It was written by Jay Hawkins and Herb Slotkin. And it was originally intended to be like a blues ballad. So people are asking, well, how did it go from a blues ballad to what we've got on the single? And well, we got the producer was, who's the producer here? It was Arnold Marin. And when he went to record it, he brought in ribs and chicken and got everybody drunk, and then they recorded the song. And so by doing that, we ended up getting this.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. Yeah, I can't stand. Woo! No running around. I can't stand. on you. Because you're mine. Oh, yeah. Stop the things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. Oh, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you anyhow. I don't care if you don't want me. I'm yours right now. I'll put a spell on you. Because you're mine.
That was awesome. Anything by those guys, I love. There's a couple picks that almost, we're only going to pick 3 each, and it just didn't make the cut. So hopefully YouTube allows us to do this so we can do a part 2 and a part 3 down the road. But that is a classic version.
Well, I mean, I was trying to pick between I Put a Spell on You and Feast of the Mau Mau.
Oh, see, that was going to be one of my picks.
I went with I Put a Spell on You mainly because, like, a lot of people know it from Hocus Pocus. And it was also covered by Creedence, and there's been some other versions of it. But I always like to point out, no, it was not first done on Hocus Pocus. It was Screamin' Jay Hawkins back in the 50s.
Right.
So, yeah, gotta give him his credit where credit is due.
Absolutely. Screamin' Jay Hawkins is like I said, anything that he and his group have done are just instant classics.
Well, the funny thing too is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame said that it is one of the top 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, which is interesting. And then Rolling Stone placed it 313 on its top 500 songs of all time. So it wasn't just a passing fancy. It was quite the song, at least I think.
Absolutely. Still is.
Yeah.
You heard and saw it, hopefully, on Planet 8, folks. So let's cut over to Waka.
All right. Well, it's a tough act to follow, but follow I shall. And I'm going to do my 3 songs chronologically. So I'll start with the oldest. This song that I have chosen is pretty well known. It is by the Rolling Stones, and it is called Sympathy for the Devil. And this was on the Beggar's Banquet album in 1968. And the thing I like about, well, there's a lot of things I like about the song. I like the sort of syncopated percussion that drives the song along. They've got congas and other little drums going. And really, it's interesting if you listen to it, you don't realize that there's no guitar through the song until the solo, which is kind of this sort of jagged, wild solo in the middle and then again at the end. And, famously, it opens with Jagger singing, "Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste." And we get this tale about Lucifer, and he's talking about all these, tragedies and horrible things that have happened, murders, wars, assassinations and things. But it's really a story about man's inhumanity to man. You know, we can use the devil as a scapegoat, but the evil exists within all of us. And I think that's the thing that makes this song. It's very sinister and sort of hypnotic too. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen to the song.
Myself, I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the Pilate washed his hands and sealed his face. Meet you, hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers, Anastasia screamed in vain. I rode a tank, held a generous rank when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies stank. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, I was puzzling you
Okay, now that is a classic. I just love Mick's voice. Yeah, please allow me to introduce myself. It just sets the tone for that, the whole thing. And like you said, Walker, when that guitar hits, it's like,
Yeah,
cold water.
kind of jars you.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
and
I would have picked that or Too Much Blood. Which, if you ever saw the video for Too Much Blood, you've got like Keith and Mick like chasing each other with chainsaws, and just blood coming through the doors and everything else. It was quite the video back in the time.
I haven't really listened to a lot of Stones since about 78. I think they had their peak, and then they've been kind of living off their their past for a long time. So I don't know. I may have heard it before, but I don't remember that particular song.
Fair enough. Well,
all right, Larry, it's up to you.
Here we go.
Balance us out here.
It was hard to pick just three. And most of these songs I listen to all year long. Of course, I have a Halloween playlist, I have a Halloween party list, and all this other kind of stuff. Crip Zombie Hula is my pick. It came out May 13th of 2002. It's a surf rock track by the band The Dead Cats. And if you've never heard this song, it is just so cool. Like I said, it's a surf rock track. Let me see. You know what? Let's just get into it and start listening to Crip Zombie Hula. Hit it, Chief.
Zombie hula gonna make you mine tonight.
She shimmied up close to the fire, gave me a look that made me perspire. Then she brought out the coconut oil. That's when things started to boil.
She only comes out after midnight, screams of terror in the twilight. She only comes out after midnight. Crip Zombie Hula gonna make you mine tonight. Midnight screams of terror in the twilight. She only comes out of the midnight. Trips on mule are gonna make you mine too.
And what did you guys think? Wasn't that a fun song? I mean,
You know, I don't think I've ever heard that song before.
no, it's an
Yeah.
ear bug. You know, there's a zombie and Zelda's her name, and you know, she likes to do the hula. It's just brilliant. I don't know. You know, there's not a lot of information that I could find on you know, how they came up with the song and stuff, but it's just brilliant. It's one of my favorite songs. You can use it at a, you know, a Halloween party, at a luau, you know.
And what year did that come out?
2002, May 13th
Yeah.
of 2002. So yeah, you get a chance to look at, or you would have seen what Bob was able to put on just now. Let us know what you think of our first three picks. We're gonna, well, let us know what you think of all our picks, but we're gonna go back to Bob. And Bob, what's your numero dos pick?
Numero dos, going back to my high school years. Well, actually, a little pre-high school. This was like 72. On the album They Only Come Out at Night, which is a good precursor, is the Edgar Winter group Frankenstein. Now, this is a instrumental, and if you've ever heard it, the guitar riff is probably going through your mind right now. Dun 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 dun. And it was basically originally like a 20-minute song, and it didn't have a title. And Edgar Winter went in, he had to like cut it down, so he like took snippets and recorded some new things and created this kind of stitched together what we finally heard. So they coined it Frankenstein, because it was just a bunch of different riffs and things stitched together into one song. And Rick Derringer, of all people, did an even shorter version for the radio. And I remember I'd hear it come up on some radio station and it'd be like, oh, Frankenstein. And then there's a definite cut in the middle and you're like, oh man, it's a short version. But we're going to play the long version of Frankenstein. And here we go.
Okay, that was pretty cool. That's another one of my favorites. You know, I know what everybody picked, and they're all really my favorites.
But we all listen to this stuff like all the time, so it's like, you know, not some weird except for Crip Zombie Hula. It's not some song that we don't all know.
Yeah. Well, you know, it hopefully this expands our viewers' listening delights, and these get added to their playlists.
Well, I mean, I'll be adding Crip Zombie Hula to the iPhone here at some point.
There you go.
I'll have to go find it.
Walker.
All right, number 2. Bob mentioned Creedence when he was talking about his first pick. And I grew up listening to a lot of Creedence Clearwater Revival. It was a group that, our family, we had a lot of Creedence albums. I think because we had that crazy, the album club. What was it? Which group was it? Like they sucker you in with the penny. And
you get like 12 albums for a penny.
That wasn't Random House. That was the book. It was Columbia.
Yeah. Columbia. Yes, it was Columbia. Yeah. But then they just ship stuff to you unless you send the thing back and say, no, we don't want
price.
this.
Yeah, then that's when they get you.
That was their thing. But yeah, we got a lot of Creedence albums that way. And on the album Cosmos Factory is a song called Run Through the Jungle. And now this song always to me seemed very, how should I put it? It was spooky. It was just a spooky song to me. And even when I listen to it now, it has that spooky angle. And the thing is people, with Run Through the Jungle, it's been used in a lot of Vietnam movies. People think, oh, Run Through the Jungle, obviously it's about Vietnam. But John Fogerty says, no, I actually wrote it about all the guns in America, how many guns, we've got a gun for every man, woman, and child in America. And, we were starting to see more and more gun violence. I think he talked about, I'm starting to blank on, we tape these things in the evening and my brain's not working so great. But in Texas, was it Charles Whitman who went up in the University Tower and started shooting at people?
Yeah.
So things like that. He was influenced by that, is what he said. And there's a verse in the song where he says, thought I heard a rumbling calling to my name. 200 million guns are loaded. Satan cries, take aim. So that 200 million guns are all the guns that were in the U.S. This is back in 1970, and God knows there's a lot more now.
It's probably doubled by now.
Exactly. But, the lyrics are all about, don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose. You better run through the jungle. And to me, it was always a very creepy, paranoid kind of song, thinking that, oh man, I got to run. Something's after me. And at one point he says, don't look back and see, Yeah, that whole idea, something's after you, don't look back, just keep running, just keep running. So I know maybe not everybody shares the feeling that this is a spooky song, but to me, always a spooky song. So people can make up their minds. Let's listen to it and see what you think.
All right. Well, you are correct there, pal. That was a little unsettling. It's a great pick though, and a lot of these songs obviously did great at the time they were released, but they still have gravitas and meaning even by today's standards.
Yeah. I was saying earlier that Public Enemy #1, Saul Zaentz, tried suing John Fogerty for Old Man Down the Road because he thought it sounded like Run Through the Jungle. And John Fogerty actually brought a guitar to court and played both songs and pointed out to the judge different chord changes and things that made him different, and he ended up winning the case. So yeah, good for him.
There you have it.
Hard to sue you for writing songs like yourself.
Well,
yeah, well, I mean, you got was it George Harrison with My Sweet Lord, and He's So Fine, but that's like copying somebody else's song.
Someone else, exactly.
Yeah, Ghostbusters versus I Want a New Drug, things like that. But yeah, if you're being sued for sounding like yourself, I mean, the whole thing was Saul Zaentz owned the Creedence catalog at the time, and John Fogerty was doing his own solo stuff, and so Zaentz considered those two separate entities or whatever. But
Zaentz can't dance.
That's right.
Well, kids, on to my second pick. This is one of my favorite songs. I love the group. Little bit of a funny story. Anyway, my pick was Pet Sematary by the Ramones. This was released out June 1989, and a lot of folks think, well, you know, they wrote this for the film, but according to my research, Stephen King, he loved the Ramones. I mean, who doesn't love the Ramones? And if you've never heard the Ramones, Google them and start listening. They just don't have a bad song in their catalog. He invited them over to his house out in Maine. And yeah, they were playing a concert or something. But at the visit, he hands Dee Dee Ramone a copy of his Pet Sematary novel. And, you know, Dee Dee retreated to the basement. An hour later, returned with the lyrics to Pet Sematary. And, you know, history was made. They used it for the first film. I don't know about the films. I know there's been a couple of remakes and part twos and stuff like that, but the first film, and if you've never seen Pet Sematary, the movie, or if you haven't read the book, obviously read the book, but the movie is so unsettling. Spoiler alert, you know, this couple lose their little toddler to an auto accident. He gets hit by a truck. But before that, the cat passes away, and they Herman Munster, Fred Gwynn.
That's one of his last roles, I think.
Yeah. He was real good. Shows the guy the Pet Sematary, and anyway, you don't want to be resurrected, and that's a song. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live this life again. I was talking to my friend James, and he's like, yeah, I don't want to live my life again either. Anyway, you guys, are you familiar with the song, Bob, Karen?
No, definitely.
Oh yeah, I've been a big Ramones fan.
Classic.
And there's this story too behind like cemetery and cemetery, the way that's spelt.
Mm-hmm.
But
because the little kids.
For those of you old enough to have been around for MTV, they had a really cool video, Pet Sematary video. Part of it was black and white, part of it was color. And they had the band playing in like Sleepy Hollow. Yes, that's Sleepy Hollow for part of the video. I'm sure it's out there as well. And we'll see how this experiment works. Hopefully all these songs get included, but if not, you guys got to jump out there and watch them on your own, or listen to them on your own. Let's go ahead and listen to that song.
Under the October with the steamboats, ancient goblins and wallows come at the grand light making a sound. The smell of death is all around. And at night when the cold wind blows, no one cares, nobody knows. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Fall addicted to the sacred place. This ain't a dream, I can't escape. Molars and fangs that are picking up bones. Spirits moaning among the tombstones. And at night when the moon is bright, someone cries something ain't right. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I feel a chill. Victor is grinning, flesh is riding away. Skeleton dance, I curse these days. And at night when the wolves cry out, listen close and you can hear me shout. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to live my life again. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to live my life again. Oh no, no, no. Don't want to live my life again.
All righty. That was 2 of 3. We're getting into the last stage of this great jukebox experiment. Chief, take it away. What's your number 3 pick?
Well, probably no surprise to anyone who's watched or listened to the podcast or see what I do or like what I like or what have you, or just look around me. But yeah, no, my third pick, of course, is Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla. And this song, this was a high school song for me. It came out in 1978, year I graduated, as I'm an old guy. And it was written by Eric Bloom of Blue Oyster Cult. It was on their album Spectres. And it has been used and overused and used again on just about every montage of Godzilla clips you'll see on YouTube. It was also covered by a number of different bands, and it was re-recorded for the end credits of Godzilla King of the Monsters. So that's the only time it actually made it to a film. So let's go ahead and listen to that stomping guitar beat and listen to Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla.
He pulls the spinning high tension wires down.
Blue Oyster Cult and that song specifically. I mean, come on. Oh no, there goes Tokyo.
Well, they do that live, and for a while there, they were hauling around this big Godzilla head that they would put on stage when they would do it. But I never saw that group live, so I've never seen that. But yeah, maybe someday before they all retire or pass on, I'll have to go catch a concert.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good pick. Waka.
Okay, well, my third and final pick, 1979, and this is the song Bela Lugosi's Dead by the band Bauhaus. So this is sort of a post-punk. If you haven't heard of Bauhaus, they're sort of post-punk. Some things that you'll read will say that they were the first Gothic rock band or Gothic punk. I don't know if they were the first, but certainly this song has a very Gothic vibe to it. It's a long song. I think it comes in at like 9 minutes, something like that. And it's very minimalist, but very atmospheric. Mostly just a very basic rhythm section, which I think has sort of like a ska-like beat in the background, and a very like slow sort of sounds like an upright bass being played. But anyway, it's sort of this strange ode to Bela Lugosi, and really a little bit I don't know, mesmerizing, especially the video. If you find the well, we'll see. I'll hopefully we'll get the video I'm thinking of. But it was also used in the movie The Hunger as part of the opening scene when David Bowie and oh my God, I'm blanking. Catherine Deneuve, as the vampires are in a club stalking their victims. Bauhaus is on the stage playing Bela Lugosi's Dead. So, sorry, my dog just came up and barked right behind me and gave me a heart attack. But it's a really cool song, and definitely one you want to hear at Halloween. So, okay, let it rip.
black capes back on the rack. Bela Lugos is dead. The bats have left the bell tower. The victims have been bled. Red velvet lines. The black box. Bela Lugos is dead. Bela Lugos is dead. Undead, undead, undead. Undead, undead, undead. The virginal brides file past his tomb. Strewn with time-stamped flowers, bereft in deathly bloom. Alone in a darkened room, the Count. Bela Lugos is dead. Bela Lugos is dead. Bela Lugos is dead. Undead, undead, undead. Undead, undead, undead.
Now that is cool. And if you haven't seen the film, you should, because it's a nice kind of segue into the film as they're watching the band play, and it just really sets the mood for the piece. It's a really interesting take on the vampire mythology in many ways.
Yeah, it was a good choice for that movie, and I think it also helped popularize the song even more. It was like 4 years later, I think, when The Hunger came out in '83, and so yeah, it gave the song some extra legs, so to speak. But yeah,
Indeed.
pretty cool.
Well, my third pick, I think Bob and I are going to have a lot to discuss. So, Bob, can we just play the song now, and I'll get into introducing it. I'm sure the kids watching will know immediately what my third pick was.
Those local anyway. Here we go.
Can you feature that awful creature? Can you feature that ugly creature? Creature features and feature features about creatures. Creature features. Now the strangest thing about this show on tune is its host, Bob Wilkins, and he brings it to you. Creature features and more creatures and more features. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom lights. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die from just a fright. Ain't nothing gonna be, baby, I'll say be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. He gonna get you tonight. Show on 2 is its host, Bob Wilkins, and he brings it to you. Features, and more creatures and more features. Rapture, the Wolfman, giant dinosaurs, and witches and...
And there you have it, the theme song to Creature Features, the Bob Wilkins era. Of course, John had his own theme, but yeah, Creature Features. This was done by what they list here is a novelty rock act, Beauregarde with the Poppers. The B-side of this 45 is Myra the Vampira, famously dubbed by Wilkins as the first country and western vampire song. There's not a lot out there about Beauregarde and the Poppers, other than it's Beauregarde is a reference to the Willy Wonka movie. There's a character in there named Beauregarde. if you guys have information on this, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear more about them. But this beloved show, like Bob said, if you grew up in the Bay Area, you'd watch Creature Features in the early 70s. Famously, many of his episodes would beat out the Nielsen ratings for other late night, like SNL. There were some episodes he came out ahead of them. What was that other song he used, Bob? It was the Gotham City Municipal
Swing Band.
Swing Band. Yeah, that was the exit music.
Yeah.
Neil Hefti, right?
Yeah. There was a Batman record that came out back in the day. I have it downstairs.
I have it here too.
But
I used to have it.
But yeah, it was just all instrumentals, and they weren't all from the TV show. Yeah, they were just instrumentals inspired by Batman. And they had, of course, the Batman theme would kick it off, but then the rest of them, they'd have one about the Joker, and they have one about Batmobile, whatever. And yeah, they had the Gotham City Memorial Swing Band, and that was Bob's original theme when he was in Sacramento, just doing the Bob Wilkins show, and that carried over to Creature Features for a while until this other song that we just heard got written.
And it was sometime in the early 70s. I can't even find when it was released. But anyway, I truly do love that song, as well as the Gotham City Municipal. That Gotham City Municipal Swing Band is great if you're playing musical chairs. Trust me on that one.
Maybe we'll throw that at the end of the episode as a bonus.
That would be cool. That would be cool. But kids, that's our 3 of 3 each picks for the first ever Planet 8 Jukebox episode that hopefully does not get pulled by our good friends at YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, and share the link with your friends.
And do it quick before we get yanked. This may be the lost episode of Planet 8.
That's right. Let's swing into our censor sweep. Bob, why don't you kick us off? What's happening? What's going on? What's to share?
Well, when this episode comes out, we're a little late this time around, but about a week from now, or a week from when this comes out, we have Godzillafest at the Balboa Theater, our film festival. 3 days of Godzilla films on 2 screens, and we'll be showing Godzilla King of the Monsters. We'll be showing Ebirah Horror from the Deep. We'll be showing Son of Godzilla, Godzilla's Revenge, quite a few different movies. Godzilla's King Ghidorah, but 2 that you don't want to miss. One, on Saturday night, we're going to be showing Godzilla -1 minus color, black and white version. And then on Sunday night, we're showing Shin Godzilla Orthochromatic, which is the black and white version of that film. And when Hideki Anno and Shinji Higuchi did the orthochromatic, that's what inspired Godzilla -1 to do a black and white version as well. And again, they didn't just go in and just take the color out. They went in frame by frame and actually adjusted contrast and the blacks and everything so that it looks like it was shot in black and white. And both came out pretty incredible. So we've got that. And of course, in September, we'll have our Godzillafest Convention at the Holiday Inn Golden Gateway in San Francisco. And we're working on a lot of stuff for that right now. And just some of the stuff that's happening is pretty amazing. So you can go to GodzillaFest.com, check out both shows, and hope to see you both nights or both weekends.
Bob, have the movie tickets sold out yet, or are there still tickets available?
There's still tickets available for the movies.
Okay.
So get them all you can.
Okay.
I wouldn't wait for the door to get them at the door. If there's any still available, they'll be available at the door, but you don't want to take a chance, especially for -1 in Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla always sells out, and we've always shown the color version. So we'll see what happens here.
Cool.
And then July 9th or 10th, depending on where you are in the world and what your time zone is the 60th anniversary of Ultraman. 60th. And so I've got this book, nice big hardcover book called Ultimate Study of the Ultraman. Now, looking around in my background, there are so many Ultraman books here. Just a plethora of Ultraman books. But this one has got a lot of cool pictures from the show and also behind the scenes. And everyone I'm picking here, of course, is black and white, but there are a bunch of color photos in here. But there are, even with all the books that I have, there are photos in this book I have never seen before. So I'm sure they were photos that were never published. So if you're an Ultraman fan, definitely grab this. It's a current book, just came out. So you can find it on CD Japan, or you can find it on Amazon Japan, or wherever you would get your Japanese books.
Bob, do you think they'd have that at Kinokuniya in San Francisco or San Jose? Or
They do, if you want to pay a premium price. San Jose doesn't get a whole lot of stuff in. San Francisco has it. That's where I first saw it.
Okay.
So
cool.
I saw it there and I ordered it on CD Japan. Now, the thing about that is I used to go to Kinokuniya. I'd see a book that I wanted, and I'd take a picture of the ISBN code, and then I'd order off CD Japan or whatever, because they would charge less per yen. But now with the shipping charges what they are, it just about evened out. So you can't be thrifty and save money anymore. But thanks to tariffs and things. But
yeah, do the best you can,
Tariffs,
kids.
wars.
Waka.
Oh yes, I
What
have
have
something.
you?
I
My
have
friend
something.
and yours. The Walker.
Courtesy of my good friend, Mr. Keikos, who went on a little excursion a little while ago. I have this early birthday gift. Check it out. It is a Creature from the Black Lagoon mug. I'll hold it up here so folks can see. We have his lovely face on one side. The handle is his arm, and then his name for those who don't know who he is. So this is a beautiful mug. So thank you very much, Larry. I really appreciate that.
Welcome, pal.
The mug, and I will drink from it very carefully. I will hold it with both hands and only drink.
What are you going to drink out of it, though?
Well, Coke
Green
Zero.
juice.
There's got to be some lagoon concoction that you can drink out of that.
That is
lagoon water.
Yeah, exactly. Protein juice.
Fish, plankton, and sea greens from the sea.
Walker wins the night. That was a good answer. I would like to thank my lovely wife for getting me this awesome.
Nice.
And all their names are on the back, and it's the script that they used in the films, The Wolfman, the Creature.
Larry's showing his Universal Monsters t-shirt for those of you who can't see.
Oh, for those of you that can't see, that's right. You should go to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends.
I often partake of audio podcasts, so we
it's
love everybody who listens. But yeah, if you want to see it, you'll have to go on to YouTube.
Yes, I shaved for tonight's episode too. So those of you not on YouTube should jump over there now. But anyway,
so did I.
I didn't, but I don't think you could tell.
Well, Jazz and I had an opportunity to go down to Burbank, California.
Beautiful downtown Burbank.
Honestly, did you go to the hobby store then? Did you make it?
Not to get into family, but my mother,
right.
I could only get a few days. The next time we do this, we're going to build in a resort day, Walker.
There you go.
whenever Karen and I would go vacation to Disney World or Monsterpalooza, we build in an extra day where we have nothing to do except fun things that we wouldn't otherwise be able to do. So we ran out of time to go to the hobby store. There was a
Next
monster
time.
museum, that actually, plug in another podcast, Pinup Palmer does some great podcasts. She plays Gwen Gooley on Sven Gooley, but has this whole other life and podcast that she does. And she was in Burbank with some friends. There was a witch coffee shop slash bakery. Anyway, a lot of fun stuff. And the cool thing with Burbank is no matter where you go, we went to Bob's Big Boy, we went to Universal Studios. It's one big circle from your hotel to go do all this crap and then go back to your hotel. So Universal Studios was wonderful. I've not been probably since I went with Walker.
That was
many
a while
years ago. Yeah. First time ever we saw a person acting or embodying the Bride of Frankenstein. I've seen the Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman, but this was the first time we saw her. And she was so good. She was doing like friend with her, and Jazz was like, "What's wrong with her?" I said, "You got to watch the movie, love." And
she's having a seizure.
We saved our nickels and dimes, and we did the VIP experience. And you get a lot of perks, but one of the perks was this really nice lunch at the Moulin Rouge. And they have you go to some of the Disney dining, and characters come around. So there's this guy with the baby raptor, and it was a hand puppet, and the thing would do all this stuff. Reminded me of Captain Kangaroo. But he was very knowledgeable about raptors and dinosaurs because a lot of the kids were asking him questions. Dracula, this guy, and he sounded like Dracula. Well, I hope you're enjoying dining. I will talk to my maitre d'. Like it was his restaurant, And it was funny because at one point, this elderly woman is like, "Excuse me, sir, where's the restroom? You want to make a right out the veranda, and it's the first left." It's like, you can't make this stuff up. One of the highlights for me, there were many, but one of the highlights, this woman playing Marilyn Monroe. I don't know if she was wearing contact lenses, her eyes, her mannerisms. I mean, she was talking with Jasmine. Jasmine had her New York Yankees hat on, and she's like, "Oh, my husband is from New York." And I'm like, there you go. Jasmine's like, "Oh, really?" Because Jasmine knows nothing about Marilyn Monroe. "Oh, yeah. Have you heard of him? His name's Joe DiMaggio." And I'm like, I'm loving this. Anyway, so she got me the shirt. We got Walker the mug and some other flotsam and jetsam while we were down there. Walker, you gonna say something? Or?
No, I just said very nice.
Yeah. My sensor sweep is the aforementioned. Oh, that didn't work well. Creature Feature 45, Lurch Records. This is, and I even have the PayPal receipt on the back from when I got it back in the day. This is one of my prized possessions. Bob was saying he's got a copy.
PayPal. Yeah, I actually got a copy from Bob Wilkins at the cinema shop when it first came out.
Made me instantly jealous because his is signed.
Mine's signed by Bob Wilkins, but he signed the Myra Vampira side and not the Creature Features side. But whatever, I have it and it's signed.
It's there. And if you haven't heard the Myra the Vampire song, seek it out. You won't regret it. It's not as good as the Creature Feature song, but lots of fun. Anything else, guys?
Go and watch The Human Vapor.
Oh, how is that? I know you mentioned
good.
you were.
I'm about 6 episodes into the 8 episodes that are up.
So is it its own thing, or are they basing it off of the Japanese version?
Well, it's produced by Toho.
Okay.
In Japan and in Japanese, but there's a dub you can watch. And I mean, a lot of the characters are the same names as in the original film. There are, of course, other characters. I mean, they have to pad a 90-minute film into, 8 hours. So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of stuff that's not in the movie, but no, I'd say,
I'll check it
definitely
out.
get inspired by.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on my list.
They never ask, is he man or Astro Man? But yeah, no, it's good. I enjoyed it so far. I
I'll have
got
to
two
add
more
that to the
episodes to
list.
watch, maybe after we get done here.
We came back from Universal Studios and we have the Universal Monsters channel on our cable, and Jazz has gotten into like Universal Monsters finally.
Oh, you
So
lucky dog.
yeah, we were able to enjoy and they have other, Hammer stuff and even more I say modern, it's like 20 years old, The People Under the Stairs. That was on
Well, the
that
Hammer
channel this
films,
weekend.
some of the films were released by Warner Brothers, and some of the films were released by Universal. That's why they're on the Universal Monsters channel.
Okay, is that because I wasn't it
Because
Seven Arts or something at one point with
yeah,
the
but yeah, they were there.
Yeah.
Some of the Hammer films were originally released by Universal, so
okay.
they're still on there. For a while there, the Universal Monsters channel like basically became the Monsters channel, and they were just showing monsters all the time. But I think they finally went back to movies again. But
Well, we yeah, we're having fun with that. And she wants to watch The Bride now, because we met her at the park. But she saw Revenge of the Creature for the first time and screamed in certain parts, and I was very happy. Um,
Have either of you, I'll just throw in a plug. Have either of you, I can say it either way.
or the other.
Have you seen Widow's Bay on Apple TV?
No.
I
It
am
is so
3
good.
episodes in, and the
Yeah.
first episode, I have the rule of 3. You watch something for 3 episodes, and
Yeah,
if it takes, because they got to set things up, especially when it's
right.
its own thing. There are some homages, like you'd said, Walker, to Stephen
Mm-hmm.
King's stuff. Not direct, but there's little things you're like, ah. But setting up the characters, their relationship with each other, why someone cares about this and that, and boy, did it pop in the 3rd episode for me. I was
It,
like,
it
so
yeah,
I'm
it
telling
takes
Jazz, I'm
off.
like, you need to catch up because you're gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
And
It's
and
interesting, exciting.
it looks like they'll do a second season too. So
I think so. Jeff had he'd mentioned it. Walker was telling me about it. Jeff also mentioned The Burbs on Netflix with I think I mentioned that
I've
last.
yeah, I've heard a lot of good
It's already been
good
canceled.
reviews. Really?
And it's like, oh, well,
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
not giving these series much of a chance. It's like,
Huh.
right. There are people who project, what the fan base is, what return they'll get if they do a second season, and
oh, they'll say something's a flop like months before it even comes out. It's like,
Yeah.
that's true.
you're creating it, you're causing it to be a flop by bad mouthing it, months before it comes out. But
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
yeah,
On that note, let me just say, go see Supergirl. It's not as bad as everyone is saying. I mean, yeah, I could have done without Lobo, the character, not Mister. He didn't really bring much to the story, but in this day and age, when you can have a female lead, have a beginning, middle, and end, and not need a boyfriend or a husband to come in and save her or save the day, it's a complex character. I thought the ending was heartfelt and well done. I'll even buy the DVD. So if yours truly is going to buy the physical media, it's good. I loved Obsessions, but I don't think I need to watch that again. It really creeped me out in a good way. It's that's a good film too. If you guys haven't seen Obsessions,
he's going to take Supergirl and put it right up on the shelf next to Batman versus Superman.
I would put Supergirl right by the new Superman movie. Wasn't as good as that. I really enjoyed James Gunn's Superman, but this had heart and again, didn't need a male character to come in and save the day or rescue her, which is refreshing in my opinion. So, it's a good popcorn movie, just like Grogu and the Mandalorian. It's not going to change the Star Wars universe. It's not going to really add anything to it. They didn't solve any of the problems, but you had fun. Take it for what it's worth. Yeah, so okay, Vapor is going to be coming up for me. Actually, we have a really cool episode. Lord Bloodraw is going to join us probably in the next month or so, maybe a little bit more. We got some homework we got to do to give you guys this one, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Should we give them a little hint, guys? Or no, we shouldn't. They'll have to stay tuned and wait for that fun episode.
Even though we're Planet 8, we are not a number.
Ooh, good one, Bob. Good. Okay. Bob and Walker are now tied for winning the night. That was really good. I like that. Okay. Guys, again, thank you for tuning in, listening, as well as those of you who are watching the podcast. You're equally valuable to us, and we love you, and thank you for it. Hey, hopefully we see you guys at Godzilla, the movies, the festival, and the convention, and who knows? There's stuff going on all over the place convention-wise. You never know when one of us knuckleheads, Planet 8 podcasters will be at these shows. Be on the lookout for postcards about the Godzillafest, and also
I will be stalking around Stockton Con this weekend on Saturday. Anyway,
you going up there?
I'm going up there.
Okay, cool. We might bump into Bob then.
Kevin actually has a table there, so
okay.
Look up Kong's Cave of Collectibles. He'll actually have a Bay Area Film Events table there. You'll see the big Godzillafest yellow and blue banner behind him, and he's got a couple prize bags, which also include free passes for Sunday.
Nice.
Godzillafest, the convention. So look him up and see how you can maybe win one of those prize bags.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Yep.
At some point we'll need to get a Planet 8 bag together with shot glasses and ping pong balls and t-shirts.
You know, I am sporting a Planet 8 shirt tonight.
Yes, he is. And
which I got from
Saturday.
TeePublic page. Just go to TeePublic/user/Planet 8, and you can get Planet 8 shirts and caps and mugs and
stickers.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. All right, kids. Thanks again. We really appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves. Be safe. Until next time, this is Planet 8 signing off.
On that note, this will conclude this transmission from Planet 8. We would like to thank all of our intergalactic audience for listening. Be sure to head on over to our website at www.planet8podcast.com, where you can get more information on this episode's topic.
For more conversation, find us on Twitter at Planet8Cast.
Or on Facebook at facebook.com/Planet8Podcast.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in each and every episode. We look forward to your input and opinions. Until next time, this is Planet 8 signing off. End transmission.
By George, he's got it. It is the end.